Welcome to another video lecture series on analog circuits. I am Dr. Vinod. So the first question is the transfer function of the system is given, that is G of S, and they are asked to find the gain crossover frequency. It is given it is a unity gain feedback, so H of S is equal to 1. So G of S into H of S, I can write it as um, so G of S into G of S. So G in terms of S, I'm going to substitute omega and I'm taking modulus. So I will get 100 divided by omega root of omega square plus 10 square, that is equal to 1. So if I equate, I will get the value of omega, right? So from the given option, I can take the omega value is equal to 7.866 radian per seconds. So if I substitute the omega value at the right hand side, I will get the answer as 100. So from this, I can confirm the gain crossover frequency value is 7.86 radian per second. And from this, they are asked to find the phase margin. So phase margin is equal to 180 degree plus minus of 90 degree, because in the numerator, in the denominator I have S minus S in denominator. So tan inverse of omega by 10, because j omega in terms of S, so omega divided by 10. So you substitute the omega GC value, so you get 90 minus tan inverse of omega by 10. So the omega value is 7.86 by 10. So on equating, I will get the answer as 90 degree minus tan inverse of 0.786. So the value of this one is 90 degree minus 38.173. So you get the answer as 71.833. So this is my answer. So if the phase margin is changed to 60 degree for the above question, what will be the new gain crossover frequency? So you know that phase margin equal to 180 degree plus this value. So 60 degree is equal to 180 degree the minus of tan inverse of omega by 10 minus 90 degree. Okay. So from this I can calculate the value of omega, right? So 90 degree minus tan inverse of omega by 10. So tan inverse of omega by 10 is equal to 30 degree. So from this I can calculate omega by 10 is equal to tan 30. Tan 30 is nothing but root 3, because it is sin 30 divided by cos 30, right? So omega is equal to 10 into root 3. So we'll get the answer as 0.5.77. So this is your new omega GC value. So for the gain crossover frequency, what will be the gain for the negative feedback system? That is, they are asking about the gain margin. So again, you have to take the equation, A equation, you have to substitute to this value of omega GC. Okay. So once you know the value of G of j omega, right? So you substitute that value to not find the answer for the gain margin. Okay, so you can see it is 100 divided by omega into root of omega square plus 10 square, right? So you substitute that omega GC value here. So A is here is G of S, right? So I am taking this G of j omega. So 100 in divide by 5.77 root of 5.77 square plus 100, right? So if I solve this one, I will get the answer as 100 divided by 66.61. So what is 100 divided by 66.61 is 1.50127. So the gain margin is equal to 1 divided by A. Okay, so we will get the answer as 0.666. That's your answer. So next question is the transfer function of the given system is g of s, and it is a unity feedback system, and g of s value is given as 10 divided by s into s plus 100 the whole square, right? So since h of s value is equal to 1 because of unity feedback system, and can write the question like this, right? I can take it square, or I can split this one, and I can write it down. So only for the loop gain, only you have to calculate the gain crossover frequency, phase crossover frequency, and so therefore you have to substitute g of j omega instead of s. You have to substitute j omega. So if you substitute j omega, you will get the answer like this, and you have to take the modulus. So once if you take the modulus, you will get omega into omega square plus 100, because if I take the root of omega square plus 100 the whole square, I will get the answer like this only. Okay, so on solving you will get the answer like this, minus omega square plus 2j omega into 100 plus 10,000. Okay, so once for g of j omega, if you equate the imaginary term to 0, you will get the answer for omega pc. So multiplying the j omega term inside this sum. So if I multiply the j omega term like this, I will obtain the answer as also like this. So you can see so in the equation, you can see in the denominator only I'm having the j omega term. So I'm going to equate the j omega term to 0. But is j term to 0. So minus omega cube plus 10,000 omega is equal to 0. So omega square is equal to 10,000. I get. So omega is equal to 100. That this omega is nothing but your phase crossover frequency. Okay. So it is measured in terms of radian per second. How I am obtaining this one? By equating the imaginary term to 0. So the answer is 100 radian per second. Next, from this phase crossover frequency, I can find the gain margin by substituting this omega gc value in the above equation, that is g of j omega. So once if I substitute, I will get 10 divided by minus 100 into omega square, right? So that if I substitute 100, why? Because the imaginary term is already close to 0. So if I equate this g of j omega term and I'm substituting the omega pc value, I will get the value of g of j omega, right? So that is nothing but 1 divided by minus of 2 lakh. So the gain margin must be 1 divided by modulus of g of j omega. So you get the answer as 2 lakh, right? So they are asked in terms of dB. So you have to take 20 log of the gain margin value, that is 2 lakh. So we get the answer as 20 log of 2 lakh is nothing but 106.02 deep. So this is your answer. So next problem, what will be the relation between the gain crossover frequency and phase crossover frequency for the stable system? WPC must be greater than WGC. That is my stable system. So if I want to get the marginally stable, this must be equal. So if WPC is less than the WGC, means it is an unstable system. So these are the conditions. Okay. So they are asked to design the butterworth filter with this following specification, and they are asked to find the value of eta. So here a max values they are given it as dB. So that is epsilon. Sorry. So 3 is equal to 10 log of 1 plus epsilon the whole square. This is a formula. So on solving, you will get 0.3 is equal to log of 1 plus epsilon square. So the log, if it comes there, you would get 10 power 0.3 minus 1. So we will get epsilon square, and if we are taking the root of this value, you will get 0.997. Okay. So this is how we have to solve the value for the epsilon. Okay. So the next question is, what will be the order of this filter? So the order of the filter formula is n must be greater than or equal to log of 10 power a minimum divided by 10 minus 1 divided by 10 of a max divided by 10 minus 1 divided by log of ws divided by wp. So once if you solve this value, you will get the answer like 2.86. So since the n value must be greater than this one, I can take n is equal to 3. So I hope this video is useful for you. Thank you very much for your patient listen. And if you want to see my other videos, you check the playlist and you subscribe to my channel and like this video.